Hello and welcome and good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're listening to this. Thank you for listening to this. This is the Movie Bros podcast. We are your hosts as always. I'm Duncan, he's Hayden. Salutations and hello.
Welcome back, everybody.
If you are new, this is a weekly podcast of two brothers who pick a movie, watch that movie, discuss, ramble, banter, argue, debate, all the things you can think of about said movie. And like we say, most episodes, we cover all kinds of genres, all kinds of eras of movies. But if you have any recommendations on things we should be watching, should not be watching, comments, compliments, complaints, constructive anything, obviously there are DMs on Instagram, there is comments on Spotify and on YouTube. So find us everywhere. And if you're curious, again, there are 66 episodes plus special features prior to check out, some better than
Yep.
others. Obviously. But before we get into anything else, is there anything else I should cover in the buzzwordy intro?
I think we've covered all of our
Housekeeping?
marketing directives. So
Okay.
why don't we
Hayden?
jump into what we're talking about? We are talking and or watching the movie Ray today. Ray Charles biopic. Gonna run through some facts here. This came out in 2004. Unfortunately, the same year that the real Ray Charles actually passed away. But
That might have even helped the release of it. It's like, oh, the guy just passed, and like it might have been actually helped the premiere of it all.
oh, it's very possible. Honestly, I in 2004, I was not aware this movie even existed. I'm trying to work out my age at that point. I don't it, mental math doesn't matter. I
You would have
wasn't
been
aware it
12.
existed.
I would have been 8.
Yeah, this is definitely not in my wheelhouse as a 12-year-old.
Not at all.
So this is directed by Taylor Hackford, written by Taylor Hackford as well as James L. White. This stars and got awarded for Jamie Foxx as well as Kerry Washington, Regina King, Clifton Powell, Bokeem Woodbine, Sharon Warren, Curtis Armstrong, and Lorenz Tate, among others, as well as Terrence Howard. There's a couple other people here, but they're not larger characters.
There really are so many people in this that I'm like, oh, I know you. I recognize your face.
Oh
I've
yeah.
seen you in many things, but you're not like a huge like the his manager towards the end was like the leader
Mm-hmm.
of in the Matrix city, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Or he was also the Martian Manhunter in the
It might be. And then I should also say, just as a nice thing that I saw, this is produced by Ray Charles Robinson Jr., his son, composer, as well as. So obviously, this is a biopic about a musician. So there is a lot of musical numbers, but it's mostly either Jamie Foxx playing Ray Charles music or it's actual Ray Charles music. There is a tiny bit of like music score here, and that's by Craig Armstrong, but it's hard to notice sometimes. The cinematographer here is Powell Edelman. I think I butchered that. Pawel. How would you pronounce that? Powell Edelman. That's all you're getting. And that's kind of all the information I have. Other than obviously, this grabbed Jamie Foxx his Oscar. It was also nominated for a couple other ones. What do you believe they were?
I'm assuming something was soundtrack or any or uh something like that. I don't know.
So, okay. So, Jamie Foxx won for Best Actor and then also won for Best Achievement in Sound Mixing. And then the four other nominees was Best Motion Picture, Best
Eh,
Achievement in Directing, and then
what?
Best Achievement in Costume Design.
Maybe costume. Maybe.
I don't want to be like, "Oh, you don't deserve Best Picture for 2004, 2005." I don't remember what else it was up against.
So wait, would that been the 2005 Oscars or 2004 Oscars?
2005. Let me look.
It'd be 2005.
Yeah. Oh, it was Million Dollar Baby, the Clint Eastwood boxing movie.
Oh, I mean, I know of it, but I've never seen it. But
Also nominated, which I think probably should have won, was The Aviator,
Oh, yeah, what the fuck?
which is an incredible movie.
That's a great, I mean, it's another long one, but it is also very good.
Oh, yeah. And then a couple of other ones that got nominated for Best Picture was Finding Neverland, which I've
I
never
don't recognize
seen.
it.
I've heard it's just sad as shit, and I have no real reason to watch it.
Okay.
And then Sideways, the comedy drama about wine drinkers.
Which I've seen, and I was really underwhelmed. It's sad because it's mostly
Because like,
Paul Giamatti being a sad boy drinking wine.
because like I really like Alexander Payne, the director's other movie, The Holdovers. Like,
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite movies of recent years. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe this will be good. Maybe I'll like this. But
it's
also,
not.
I don't like wine, so I might not get any of it.
All right. Well, where do you want to start with this thing?
Well, so last week with Redline, I
What a
think we
what a change.
ended with ratings. Yeah, yeah. What a change in pace and tone and structure, literally everything. Why don't we start with ratings this time because we ended with ratings last time.
Okay. What did you think?
It's like a solid 3.5 out of 5 for me.
Okay,
I
one
think
second.
that it is absolutely being carried by the performances. Just I mean, obviously Jamie Foxx, but like the whole cast does pretty good, but the actual movie itself, I mean, first off, the runtime is 2.5 hours, which is not a short amount of time, but the way that this is paced and cut up and just it just feels like it goes on for like 4 hours. I remember I watched this on like Monday. I started it and I was shocked that it was only done at like 8:45 or whatever it was. Like it just
Mhm.
it
Oh, yeah.
feels like it drags.
Well,
So
I
I
remember
didn't
telling you
love
this.
it, but I was impressed by it, I guess.
I have very similar thoughts. I gave it a 3.5. I've always been a really big
Yeah.
fan of Ray Charles music and that kind of
Oh,
music. I love
absolutely.
the eras. But I remember telling you this specifically, like, hey, like I get that you need to lay the groundwork because it is his life story, not just like a very
Yeah.
specific part of it. But again, it did. I feel like it didn't really get going until about 40 minutes in.
No, and I was thinking like, okay, because this is probably going to be something I'm going to ask you as well. But like, what would you cut if you had to cut something to tighten the runtime up? Because I'm trying to think. There's not. It all feels like essential
Hmm.
storytelling, so I don't know
Hmm.
what you would take out or what not to include. But like, it definitely needs it.
Yes, it definitely needs it, and it's weird. So, that exact phrasing, and we're gonna talk about this towards the end of this episode, but there's another movie that I have very similar feelings about the runtime and the editing,
Oh,
but we'll talk about it in, 20,
oh,
30
is it
minutes or
is
so.
is it a certain current movie starring DiCaprio?
Correct. Where again, it's long, but, like, I don't know where you'd cut anything.
Ah,
Either
okay,
way, sorry.
well, we'll get to that later.
Um, so, yeah, 3.5. I liked Jamie Foxx as Ray, but, like, I don't know. I I feel like there could have been. I was not actually. I was surprisingly not that impressed. There were bits where it was really good, but uh, where there's. I think it's a hard part to sell. So maybe that's
Yeah,
where they're really giving him props because you don't get as much. It's hard to see emotion from him sometimes.
so I guess most of what's impressive about this role is that he is actually playing and singing
Well,
everything.
sure, that part, yes, that's
That's
very impressive.
absolutely, and but I do get what you mean. Like, I mean, I don't want to shock anyone. I've never met Ray Charles. Maybe this is what he was like, but like, I don't know. He seemed very cold and
Very.
I don't want to say like emotionless the whole movie, but like very very reserved.
I mean, part of one of the main things that I took away from this, which was part of my letterbox review, was like, man, I get it. Heroin's a hell of a drug. Like
Yeah,
that combined with Ray Charles low key, like a womanizer. Okay, we got it, dude.
I didn't want to. Okay, because who knows? Maybe that is exactly what happened, and this is one of those biographies that actually didn't change anything. But like, once you once he becomes famous, like in the plot, as it were, the entire movie becomes he does a lot of heroin and he fucks a lot of women. That's the
Mhm.
whole movie.
Which again, I get that that's probably what happened,
Yeah.
but yeah, I feel like I don't know what you'd cut, but I feel like there's something in there that you could have trimmed away. Do you
There's
have a favorite Ray Charles song, either from the movie or just in
oh,
general? 'Cause
I
some of these I knew, like, I know a lot of these by heart, but then some of
oh
these, like,
yeah,
"Oh, I don't know if I've
oh
ever
yeah.
heard this one."
I mean, I have always loved Georgia on My Mind. I think that's just a beautiful song.
Oh, it's super. I mean, what I like is his different, like, eras of his music. Some of it is, like,
Mhm.
really slow and beautiful, like Georgia, where he has a full symphony behind him when he went to
Yes.
Atlantic, uh, Records, but then, like, the fun jivey, like, uh, the one where, like, he's in the booth and the guy gives him the lyrics and then he makes it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little more I like a little more pep in my step for my Ray Charles.
I mean, I would say I like all of his stuff. I like that era and style of jazz,
Sure.
but I don't know if I know them all by name, I guess if that makes sense.
Is it the Runaround? What's it called? Yeah, I think that's probably up there for me for sure. Okay,
Sure.
now that we've done ratings and quick little
I
thoughts.
thought that I would have more to talk about for it, because I mean, I'd been looking forward to watching this for a while. It's got this big reputation of being, like, such a big, important, well-made movie, which I guess it is, but, like, I don't know, I just kinda have a meh opinion about it afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I watched it. I don't think I'll need to rewatch it.
No. I am
Uh,
surprised it was only PG-13, because they drop a lot of N-bombs, obviously, but, like, I don't know. I don't feel like you could do that now and have it be only PG-13.
I bet it ran the line of, like, how much sex, how much drugs, how much language they could use. Because yeah, I thought that through that too.
Just I loved all the cars, obviously.
Well, the cars, all of his, like, outfits, his ties, the suits,
Oh, yeah,
everything.
yeah,
So much that I'm like, "I wanna wear that shit right now, god damn it."
yeah. I would definitely not look as good.
Well, no, Warwick Davis for the first, like, 10 minutes,
Right? I
because okay,
completely didn't expect to see
not at all.
Warwick Davis in this, as well as Terrence Howard for maybe all of 5.
Yeah, well, again, there was, like, 20 people in this where I was like, "Oh, like, I know you from this thing," and then you're in this movie for, like, "Hey, here's 2 minutes."
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, no, it's the mess around, not the run around.
Is it not the Runaround?
No, it's the mess around.
Oh, okay, yeah, it is.
Can you one thing that I did think, and anytime they actually showed him either at a club or a concert or something, I was like, "Can you imagine actually seeing him at the time live in concert would have been so much fun." Like,
No, I
oh,
cannot imagine.
dude, fucking aw like,
Oh, I'm sure it'd be amazing.
yeah. I bet that would be absolutely amazing. I feel like I don't know how else to explain it, like, the movie didn't feel grounded enough in realism to feel gritty, but it didn't feel, like, cinematic enough to feel like
I was gonna say, I
do you know
think
how
the
to explain that?
cinematography was kind of boring.
Yeah,
Not that
there
there's,
was
like, a
nothing
lot
in
of, like, action sequences or anything like that, but, like, felt very static, felt
uh-huh.
very basic of, like, "Oh, well, this is obviously what we're gonna do in this scene." There's nothing really creative going on with the camera, so I think that's probably why you feel that way, because I was definitely kind of thinking that as well.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like, I'm watching The Hurt Locker, but it also doesn't feel like I'm watching Dune or something like that.
No.
I did feel like granted, once it got going, there was music, but again, for the first, like, 40-ish minutes, there really wasn't. I mean, it was before he really became a musician, and there just wasn't really much music, which
Well, it it
okay.
it
At
was
that point,
odd.
it's just a kind of a drama.
Well, and that's kind of what I was thinking too. I kept noticing, like, "Oh, okay, there's emotional stuff happening." You think they would have not even,
Something.
like, jazz music, you think they would have, like, orchestral movie score music, and there really wasn't. Like, yes, they would then bookend each scene with, "Okay, we're gonna show him playing music at this place," or,
Sure.
recording this song or something like that, but, like, there was a real lack of movie music, I guess, especially whenever we're doing, like, the flashback sequences to like the deep south of him being a kid and things like that. Like,
With the sepia tint, yeah.
well, no, the flashbacks when he was a kid wasn't in sepia. If anything, those were the brightly colored ones.
What am I thinking of? I feel like there was a bit of it that was all sepia.
So when he first starts out, with like Warwick Davis and Terrence Howard, it is super sepia grade, and I almost thought that it looked bad then. But then that kind of stops later.
Okay, sorry, continue. The Deep South, yeah.
No, I'm just thinking that like, okay, there's no music here. He's not learned music yet, but clearly there's like dramatic stuff happening with his brother and his mom and him going blind as a kid, and there's not really any music playing. I thought it was a weird choice. Maybe it's to highlight him playing music. Maybe it's to highlight him playing music later, which I would believe, but it felt strangely quiet for a lot of this.
Yeah, I do agree, for sure. 'Cause yeah, I've written that down, like, when the music is there, I think, obviously, it's his music and it's really good, but there's there's so many scenes that his music do not make sense to play, so there's just no music, and it just feels awkwardly
Yeah.
quiet.
I mean, I was just saying how I thought the cinematography was boring. I do still think that, but there's a there's like one sequence where they did semi interesting things, and it's when he's with it's not Atlantic, the larger studio, and they're doing like a supercut of them being announced at all these different places, and they
Mhm.
have like neon landmarks flying
Yes.
past the screen and different things going in and out. I thought that was fun. It made that scene feel like it had more movement.
Let's see, what else do I got? Those are my main, I don't know, main thoughts. I feel like, obviously, if you were gonna do a bucket for something like this, you would do a piano. I feel like that's an easy one. And it would even come with a pair of, like, dark black sunglasses if you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the only one you could go with because it's not like he wears like a hat or anything like that.
No, the
He's
sunglasses are very iconic for him, actually, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I like that that wasn't his original idea. It was given, the movie claims it was given to him by
Sure.
his first band or in, that one bar.
Mhm.
Kind of thought I would have more to say after watching it, but, you know, sometimes that's just how it is. We've
Would
already done.
you
Oh, would
would
I
you
recommend
recommend it?
it? I
Yeah.
don't know. I think I'd have to be like, okay, do you know a lot of Ray Charles music? If so, you might get something out of this. If you don't, you would probably just find this boring.
I agree. I feel like, even either Ray Charles specific, or at least, like, that kind of music, or if you are really into biopics, sure, go for it. But
I
yeah,
mean,
otherwise, I don't think I would. I think generally people would find it boring.
and I think we've mentioned before about how there's just too many biopics and they're being made for people who don't deserve them. Ray Charles absolutely feels like he would deserve a
Yes.
biopic, and
No, I think that's
like
well
that
done there.
one makes sense. I don't yeah. This one feels like it missed the mark for me.
Agreed.
Well, I think we made a slight allusion to it later, but have you watched a new Paul Thomas Anderson movie?
Well, things that I watched this week. Yes, I did, but that'll be let me hold on, let me go to my list here. So this week I watched 1 Hour Photo from 2002. This is the
We talked about that last week.
okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm trying to remember where I left off.
Yeah.
So Shrek 2, which might be
Slaps.
no, it's great. It's fantastic.
You believe
I
it's better than
understand.
number 1.
I was literally just about to say, I understand both sides of the argument for, is it better for the first one, or is it not as better? Not as better. Jesus, is the first one or the second one better? My Jesus Christ.
I
Um,
think it's kinda like a Lord of the Rings situation, they're both really, really good for different reasons because 'cause they're doing
oh
different
yes,
things.
100%. Like, you can't have the second one without the first one. The first one is the original idea. Like, it basically made and saved DreamWorks as a studio. It changed animation forever.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it killed the genre of 2D animation for, like, 20
Yes.
years.
But then on the same side, like, number 2, because it's already has the first one as an established thing, they can do so much more. Like the
Mhm.
amount of adult in little small jokes that are in the second one that I forgot. I'd forgotten so much of the second one, to be honest. It's great. It's really good. Like
I
there's
mean,
the spoof
the
on
whole
cops.
oh, yeah, 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 and, like, they're planting, it's
Catnip.
not weed, catnip, yeah.
And then they instead of pepper spraying, they take like a pepper grinder and grind pepper out over
It's
Shrek's face. It's
such a
really
great
funny.
sequence. It's
And then
really
like
smart comedy.
the Bronco chase that is basically OJ Simpson, but it's just donkey.
Mhm, mhm, and the whole
Either way,
bit where
great.
it's, like, in time to music when they're having, uh, fairy godmother, like, singing "Holding Out for a Hero," genuinely awesome.
Oh yeah, and for some reason I had forgotten that although she's not voiced by her, she both looks like acts. I feel like they modeled the fairy godmother off of Meryl Streep
Oh,
because it's
100%.
so weird because she looks just like, and again, like the hair, the face, yeah, everything. I'm like, but I had to look it up because it's not voiced by her. It's so weird.
Is that Kathleen
Something, yes.
Keener, something like that?
No, it's not a name that I recognized.
Hmm,
From there, I watched something called The Matador. This is 2005. This is Greg Kinnear, so the dad
okay.
from A Little Miss Sunshine, and Pierce Brosnan. It's a
Man, what
weird
has he
time.
been in?
Well, this was right after he finished being Bond, basically.
Oh, so this is like 2003 or 4, something like that?
Yeah, yeah. And it's him being a hitman who he's basically playing Bond, but it's him as a hitman who's like slowly losing his edge and like is like crying before he has to take the shot kind of thing. And then Greg Kinnear is just like an average dude that they meet in the bar in Mexico and they become friends. It's I mean it was a fun
That
watch.
seems like a very weird concept.
It was fun to see basically James Bond playing James Bond who doesn't really like he's not cool. I don't it's hard to explain.
Sure.
Uh, would I
Well,
ever rewatch this? No.
it's like watching, Casino Royale and then watching Layer Cake.
Much more, layer this is much more comedy based.
Okay.
And then, yes, I did watch one battle after another. So, I don't wanna talk
I'm super interested in it. I
okay.
love Paul Thomas Anderson. I can't tell if it's good or not.
I don't wanna say too much because A, I don't wanna spoil it, and B, I think you
Okay.
should see it, but so, what I will say is so you here okay, here's a plot that will
Yeah,
tell
just,
you
like,
enough,
give me a
but
very
not
vague plot synopsis.
okay, so basically, Leonardo and his girlfriend are modern day revolutionaries, and they do some things.
Okay.
And at the time, uh, they run into Sean Penn, who is the army captain at the time,
Is
and
his name Lockjaw? Like,
that's
literally?
his last name, yes. Uh,
It's
just
okay.
hold on, fucking hold on, Hayden.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, okay.
they mess up some of his dealings in the army, and he's like, "Ooh, I'm not a fan of you guys." But he also becomes basically obsessed with Leonardo's girlfriend, who he then hunts her down, and they never say it or not if they have sex or if it's a rape. It's a whole
That's strange.
oh, and there's some. It, anyway, so that happens,
Okay.
and then hold on, she gets pregnant and some things happen. Again, I don't want to say, but some things
Okay.
happen. And then it's 16 years later where Leo and his daughter are basically they have new names, new identities. They are no really longer revolutionaries. They're just hiding out. And then Sean Penn, who is now a colonel, realizes, oh, there's a daughter out there that might be mine. It might not be mine.
Okay, so because from watching the trailers, I thought that that kid was DiCaprio's.
Well, I don't want to say anything.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
so because it might be Sean Penn's, it might not be. So it's basically him hunting them down, them being like, "Oh shit, this guy from 16 years ago who we were fucking with, is after us again, and now we have to be revolutionaries again." Um, yeah.
Okay,
So the
and then also
movie.
Benicio del Toro shows up?
Oh, so what I say you should really watch this movie. B, it is long, but I didn't feel the runtime basically until I was out of the theater. I was like, "Oh shit!" I was sitting
That's
there for a
good.
long time. But again, during the movie, it is moving. There is not a point where I'm like, "Oh, there's not a s" that's the thing, same thing as Ray, where I'm like, at least with one battle after another, it didn't feel that long, but again, it was that long, like, Jesus. Um,
Okay.
Benicio del Toro is a highlight. I will absolutely say you will have a smile on your face anytime he is on screen, because the movie has some very serious topics, and it is very,
That was kind of my other question. It's really hard to tell based on the trailers that they've released what the tone is. Like, I can't tell if it wants me to think, okay, is this going to be a serious movie? I can't tell if it's supposed to be like a comedy because they're definitely
there's bits of
alluding
both.
to comedic bits, but
There are
also there's a car chase.
Yes. No, this movie has a little bit okay, so there are some heavy topics, like, there's some immigration stuff, there's, like, weirdly objectifying black women, um, Sean Penn has got dude, he is the the memes that are gonna be made out of his character,
I've
it's
I've already heard some Oscar buzz for both him and DiCaprio.
I mean, I can see why. I don't think DiCaprio should win if he is nominated. Maybe Sean Penn,
I've also
actually.
heard it
He's pretty fucking
compared
wild in this.
to I've also heard it compared to that DiCaprio in this is very reminiscent of Jeff Bridges in Lebowski.
Yeah, actually, I mean, he's basically so him and his daughter at some point get separated. So a lot of the movie is him just trying to find his daughter, and he's just running around like erratic as fuck. And then he runs into at some point his friend Benicio del Toro, who is a sensei, who is like the most chill, like let's drink a beer
I've
while the
seen
world is
some of the
burning.
dojo footage. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny. It's so good. Uh,
Okay. Well, uh, don't tell me
yeah,
anything more. That is more than enough of a seal of approval from you. Because again, I think we both have a very strong appreciation for Paul Thomas Anderson. So
yes.
most of the time, if as long as we're not talking about Punch Drunk Love,
I just didn't. I never got it. I saw it, and I'm like,
it's not
I don't
bad. It's
get it.
just I don't. Yeah, same here. It's like again, Phil Seymour Hoffman is knocking it out of the park, but this movie is
Yes.
not landing it to me. On the other hand, Boogie Nights I think is hilarious and really
Yes.
really good.
Well, just like
Magnolia is bizarre as shit, but I love.
I love when Magnolia like when everything actually starts to come
Oh,
together.
when things really kick off, that
Mhm.
and things actually, get going, it's great. But also that's a movie that feels its length.
Yes, it does. I never like I get like if I look at it like technically speaking, like visually, the score, the shots and everything. The Master, I could never get attached to it. I know a lot of people love that movie.
I am one of those people. I really, really love The Master. I almost might enjoy it more than There Will Be Blood.
See, where There Will Be Blood's pretty fucking like that's a great movie.
But that's like,
Man.
okay, is it a 10 or a 9.5? Like There Will Be Blood is I think maybe a perfect movie.
And I say that's a perfect like, I think that's maybe the better movie, but I think I have a lot more fun. Like, Licorice Pizza, I know you still haven't seen it.
I don't have a way to stream it. That's
I
all.
know it goes in and out of services way too fast, I find. Because that is
Trust me, I have tried to
it's
track it
such a
down.
fun movie. And it's weird because when you put that against, like, basically anything else he's done, it is the most unserious movie of the lot, by far.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Phantom Thread?
No, but I know there was Oscars won for it, but
Like,
it doesn't even look interesting to me.
I think that is definitely. I mean, obviously, I haven't seen this new one or Licorice Pizza yet, but like, it's definitely his slowest, most like contemplative, dry drama. It's very much not
Pass.
him.
Pass.
Like it's well acted. It's got some beautiful cinematography, but like that is a very talk heavy drama. It's not for everyone. I think I respect it more than I enjoy it.
Sure. Uh,
I do like admire him as a director just because he doesn't have one specific style. Like, I
mhm.
think we've just named off a couple different things that might all fall into different genres, but like he likes doing a whole bunch of different kinds of stories. I appreciate that.
Agreed. Yeah, if you again, I'm looking at his filmography right now, I'm like, They're all pretty different.
Was Boogie Nights his first movie?
That was I think maybe Hard 8 was first.
Oh, see, I don't even know what that one is. That might just be
I've
one
seen
that I
it.
haven't seen yet.
It's John C. Riley in a serious role, Philip Baker Hall, you'd recognize him, and a
Right.
very young Gwyneth Paltrow, Sam Jackson, Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it.
What's it
It's a
about?
it's a slow, like poker gambling movie.
That's okay. All right. Okay. Well, maybe I'll check it out. So sorry, we went on off a Paul Thomas Anderson tangent.
That's
So
okay.
that was one battle after another.
Yes. So if you have a chance somewhere, or if you want to wait till it gets somewhere else, you sure
Well, no,
watch it.
I feel like
You
like
should see this.
just for like Vista Vision reasons, I want to see this in theaters
Mm.
if it's actually deserving of it. Like
Uh,
I know it's supposed to be good, and also I love Johnny Greenwood, the guy who he does the scores for literally all of his movies.
dude,
They're
the
they're
music in this is
so
awesome.
unique and weird and offbeat. I really love it. So
Well,
yeah,
it's weird. They cut back and forth between like very odd choice of like pop culture music from all eras, and then
okay.
the like instrumental, like actual soundtrack stuff is this like meandering piano string stuff that is like super tense.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like have you ever listened to the There'll Be Blood soundtrack just by itself?
Mm-mm. It's actually probably very
Oh,
similar.
it's I mean,
I bet it's very similar.
it's very similar to that. Like it's great, but also like it just makes me nervous listening to this.
There is, I mean, like you said, there's a car chase. There's several car chases, but there's one towards the end where just the camera work. It's almost like you're sitting on a roller coaster, and you're going up and over these hills in the middle of like
That's cool.
nowhere, California. Oh, dude, it's fucking great. Um, yeah. Sorry, that was all the things that I watched this last week. What else
Okay.
have you watched this week, Hayden?
So, I rewatched Tron Legacy in preparation for possibly our next episode.
Possibly, yes.
And not to shock anyone, Tron Legacy is a fucking banger and a half,
Dude,
and we
it's
have an
so good.
episode about it. I think like 10 episodes ago. It's
Might have been like
it's
20 at this point.
it's excellent. 1,000% recommend if you've never seen Tron Legacy. So I did that.
Fun time. Just honestly a
It's
fun time.
it's the music is perfect, the visuals are perfect. I think the story is a lot more interesting than people want to give it credit for.
Yes,
I just it's so good.
agreed.
So I watched that. I watched a horror movie called Caveat, which is not great, I'll be honest. It oftentimes in horror movies there is the okay, you have to suspend your disbelief on how we get to the situation where the spooks actually happen. But like for this one, it's like, oh, so I'm supposed to house sit for a clinically insane woman who lives alone on an island without power. Okay, fine.
Yeah, okay.
Like okay, I get why, like because that's a spooky situation. I get it, but like that's a lot for me to be like, yeah. So it was okay. Even if you like horror movies, you could probably skip it. I tried yesterday going back out to the Olympia Film Society to watch a sort of horror movie. Depends on what scares you, to be honest. It's a stop motion version of Alice in Wonderland using taxidermized animals. Um,
Okay.
it's super like it's super unsettling in a really unique way, and I've always loved that version of it. It's not in English, but like I don't know, you don't really need it to be in English. Everyone knows the story of Alice in Wonderland, but like so I really like it, and it's very hard to track down online. But bit of Hayden lore here. I get migraines semi often, maybe once or twice a month, and that happened yesterday in like the middle of the movie. I'm like, you know what? I can't fucking do this. It hurts to have my eyes open, so I had to leave early. So I ended up only watching about half of it. Um, and that's kind of all I've watched so far this week. But looking forward to either watching one battle after another, or Tron Ares this weekend, or possibly I might go out and watch. I thought there was a horror movie out recently. No, no, no. That's next week. There's going to be the re-release of Trick or Treat. which is by Michael Daughtry, who also did Krampus, and it's a very similar, like, goofy, scary kind of send up of Halloween tropes. So I've always enjoyed that as well.
Thinking that it is October, uh, do we want to plan ahead for Halloween and do something similar as we did last year, except pick 2 different movies this time?
I would like to. I mean, I'm always down for horror movies. I've obviously so. We can probably talk off air about that though.
Sure, sure.
Tentatively, yes, though.
Okay. So that is what we watch, and you've referenced Tron
I don't know if
Ares. Yeah,
there's
we
been
might
any
see that.
new trailers out or
Um,
anything like that. I don't think there's anything new out that I know of. I'm looking at
mm,
Instagram at the moment.
sure. Um, I saw some stills from the new Harry Potter series that I
I
don't care.
it's not for me anymore, and
Oh,
that's
sure, that's the
fine.
thing. I'm like, I just it's not for me.
Yeah. Kill Bill 1 and 2 is being released as one complete movie into theaters, which love me some Quentin Tarantino, so that might be fun.
It is interesting that the theaters have, like, especially the 2 big ones, AMC and Regal, have realized there is a clear market for re-releasing.
Absolutely.
I mean, there used to, I feel like there is, like, the big things that would re-release every once in a while, but I feel like now they're like, "Oh, there's gonna be something every week that
Yeah.
you can go see if you want."
So just looking at our own messages, so there's a couple things here. So there's a new Damien Chazelle, who is a
Oh, yep.
director both of us enjoy, but I don't know if always is a hit, at least with box
I mean,
offices, but
I like
we
pretty
both
much
like
all
him.
his stuff.
Cillian Murphy and Daniel Craig are going to be in a prison drama made by him, which sounds weird and wacky, and why not? There's a Mads Mikkelsen movie where he is, I think, stranded in a spaceship with a humanized AI played by Diane Kruger, who
Yeah,
is
which
super
both
hot. So I'm
also
down for
sounds great
watching
to
that.
me.
And then I know everyone was worried. Minecraft Part 2 is going to come out July 23rd of 2027.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
they
it made a literal $1 billion. I guess I
yes.
can't be shocked.
Yeah, it's sad, but I was like, I kinda knew something like that was coming.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about sad. It's just, I don't know. Kid slop is always going to exist.
Sure, as long as the kid slop doesn't bleed into, like, the adult slop,
I suppose.
if that makes any sense.
Hmm. Okay, well, we've now mentioned it either directly or in passing a couple times. Next episode, as far as we can tell, is going to be Tron Ares, but also timing and movie theater stuff. So that also might not be what's happening next. You'll have to tune in to find out.
And if it isn't, I was thinking we could either do that or, have a little favorite actor, actress, director discussion or a little bit
I
of,
would absolutely welcome
game
a
time.
filler episode.
Yeah. So, we'll see. TBD, but this has been episode 67 of the Movie Bros. We were your hosts, Duncan and Hayden. We discussed Ray this week, as well as what we've watched, what we're going to watch, all that jazz. Anything to add, Hayden, before we close out?
Um, no, listen to some Ray Charles music.
Yeah, yeah. Go. Honestly, that's a great recommendation. If you like the movie or don't like the music is honestly really good.
Yeah, I
He's got
mean,
all kinds of eras, so check out literally any of it, and it's
you want jazz, you want Motown, you want old style blues and country. It's all excellent.
all right. Catch you all next time.